Yo, what is up guys, welcome back to my channel. In this video I'm going to teach you how to do every single jump in Minecraft. Okay, that's a lie because it's just most jumps, but I'm going to teach you how to do all of the timings. Okay, so to start off with, I'm going to use terms like W and space because I find it easier than saying like jump and move forward. So let's just start off. So what is a jam? A jam is basically pressing W and space at the same time. So W and space at the same time. So you're just gonna go. That's basically a jam. And you can do perfectly 3 block jumps with a jam. For example, this is 3 blocks. 1, 2, 3. Jam. There you go. And basically, what an inventory jam is, I'll put it on screen for you guys because in Bedrock you can't do it. But basically, you open your inventory.
So, what is a force momentum? Well, a force momentum is performed when you jam first and then press your sprint key. But what is a jam exactly? Well, a jam is when you press W and space at the same time. As you can see it, my keyboard overlay over here. You press them at the same time. Not one tick later, at the same time. You can. It helps sometimes, like actually, just slam your keyboard on those thingies. But you gotta get the timing down for that. So what you do, you jam, and then you press your sprint key. Jam, sprint key. Sprint key can be like either one tick behind your jam, or a little bit later. But a little bit later, eventually you can't make the full block anymore. Like if you delay it too much, yeah, you got that. Other way to do it, what I find personally a lot easier, is by opening your inventory, pressing W and space, holding them. Then when you close your inventory again, you press your sprint key. Like that. And you can, that look maybe like, oh, that takes a long time. No, it actually doesn't. You can just do it pretty fast. And it's really consistent, like, I prefer this one.
And you hold certain keys like jump and space, and when you close your inventory it will perform those keys all at the same time, making it easier to time. Okay, so to start off with, how can you gain momentum with just natural blocks that are placed already? So when there's one block with a slab above and you shift towards the edge, you can again jam. There you go. You made 4 blocks without even timing it to anything. You just jam it and it's fine. 3 blocks like this, you're supposed to do like 3 unshift taps and then 1 shift tap forward, but I don't know. You can't really shift tap accurately on mobile, so I'm just gonna eyeball it, and you see it's kind of complicated, but basically okay now. Yes, like that. And when you have 2 blocks consecutively like this diagonal, if you jump from the diagonal side to the other diagonal side, like right where I'm looking at now, you should be able to, but it's kind of complicated to do it in this block, these 2 blocks here. It's easier to do it on 4 blocks like that. So I'm just gonna cut to when I do it. Never mind, we just did it. And then on a 2x2 grid like this, you look at other corner as well, and the same thing, W and space at the same time, jam. There you go. Okay, so these are all easy timings because you're just jamming, and it should make a 4 block jump consistent. Now when there's 7 blocks in a row, I'm pretty sure it is supposed to be 6, but since we're on mobile, let's just do 7, because 6 you have to be super accurate. Okay, same thing, jam. There you go. 4 block consistently. Okay, so what other timings do we have? we have something called PESI, which is basically how to make blocks under when your head will hit the top. So for example, obviously, if you're doing a jam over here, you can't because you're going to hit your head, right? So you just hit your head. So there's no point, right? So there's something called a PESI timing, which means basically you press space and then you press W one tick later. So basically like this, W space, W space, there you go. And to make it more accurate, because some jumps you need to jump further, so let's try to gain the most amount of distance as possible. What you can do is you can do one shift tap forward. By the way, if you're on PC, this is so much easier. You just shift and then you just tap W or tap S depending on where you are. But you can just eyeball it from mobile. W space, there you go, easy. Now when there's two blocks like this, it is even easier because you don't even need to time anything. You just hold W in space and it should make it like that. You don't even need to like time anything. W space. Okay, I messed that up that time. W space. W space. There you go. Now when there's a trapdoor under, it literally doesn't change anything. You do it as the same timing as this one here. So we're just going to do the exact same thing. One shift tap forward, space, then W 1 second later. There you go, easy. Now what we can also use PESI timing for is when jumping from like a wall or like a fence gate or a pane. So for the wall, it jumps from not from corner to corner, but from like the middle to the middle, because the block is bigger, right? So you do the same thing as PESI. You jump, space, then you move forward one tick later. So space. Okay, I did it too quick because that's more for fence timing. Space, there you go. So space, W, just like that. Now fences are even easier because you just do it from corner to corner like this. Same thing, space, then W, space, there you go. Space, W, just like that. Now people say panes are hard to do it on, but for me personally I find it easier on mobile. So on PC it's actually kind of harder, but same thing, W space, just W space, that's literally it. Okay, I'm doing it way too slow here, just like that. Diagonally, I'm pretty sure you can do it as well. Yes, just like that. I'm not landing on the edge, but that's because I'm going too far because I have too much momentum. Okay, but that's basically it. Next we have something called head hitter timing, right? So head hitter timing basically means, I'm gonna put it up on screen so you guys can like visualize it more, but let me just go over the methods that I already taught you. So jam, W space same time, PESI space then W, and head hitter, you move forward and then use press space. So space then W. It's like jumping but different. So if you're going from like a ladder to a ladder, you can use this timing as well. There's something called semi head hitter, which I'll show you now. But basically, you look about half a block away, jam, just like that. I'm pretty sure you can do it the other way around, but it is kind of harder. Yeah, it's harder because you have to land on the ladder. Pane ups is basically going up from a pane like this. I don't know the timing mastered because you have to turn and it's kind of hard on mobile, so I'm just going to show you. But basically you can jam it like that. Okay, right. Yeah, because you have to turn quicker. But you can also do something called semi-editor, which basically means you jump and as you land you press W. It's the same thing as a editor timing. It's more consistent and safer. So jump. Okay, you see what I mean. The plane up timing is way too hard. So let's just move on. So here's the favorite part of my tutorial: force momentum. So basically, this is the 3+1. There's 3 blocks going up 1, a 4 block, and a diagonal 4 block. Oh no, wait, that's not 4 block. Let me just. There we go. But basically, it's kind of inconsistent to just. Okay, I made it there, but it's kind of inconsistent to just jump and hope. So what you can do is you can use pacey timing. So obviously, what I told you already. Space, then jump. So space, jump, and it should make it like 50% easier. It doesn't guarantee it, but it gives you more momentum, so it makes it easier to do it. Same with the 4 block. Okay, you see it's not 100% consistent, but still. For example, you'd use it like if there's a wall behind you. Obviously you can't force momentum. I'll still show you how to force momentum now, but here's where you would use pacey, just like that. Okay, so first of all, for force momentum you need to turn on toggle sprint, otherwise you can't do it. So let's just go into our settings here. You go to touch, or if you're on keyboard and controller, you should already have it. You don't need to change anything. And where you see the sprint using the joystick, you need to turn it off so that you have a sprint button over here. So obviously if I'm moving now, I'm not sprinting, right? But if I press the sprint button, I'm start sprinting, right? It's basically why you turn it off, right? So we shift towards the edge of the block, and basically force momentum, you press W and space at the same time. This is why inventory jamming is easier, so I can show you a tutorial Java from someone else. Basically you press space and W at the same time, and then 1 tick later you press sprint. So just like that, and you will perfectly perform 1 block of momentum. Okay. Just like that. So 4 blocks are obviously easier. Harder. When you're doing 3+1s, the timing is slightly lenient. So if you mess up a bit, it's not too harsh on you. But 4 block, you have to be pretty consistent, otherwise it won't work. So again, as I said, in force momentum, W and space at the same time, toggle sprint one tick later. Force momentum you can use to do like cross nails and stuff like that, but it's pretty easy. Just like that. So when you're doing a cross nail, when you're doing diagonal jumps, if you do force momentum here, it will only go halfway through the block. So what you do is from the back, you do 3 shift taps forward. 1, 2, 3. On mobile, you can do 2 if it's a shorter jump, but if it's a 4 block diagonal, then you have to do 3 to make it work. W space, toggle sprint. Okay. This jump is just hard, that's the thing, right? Because you can't shift tap consistently on mobile. But basically, I like that. Now for ladder nails, I know there's like a setup in Java, but on mobile I don't think there is. So just shift towards the back, look a bit out, and then just use the joystick. There's no timing or anything. Just like that. Okay, so now for the hardest section. Actually, no, not really hardest, because I already showed you the setups. Basically, nails. So if it's a 1 block, you just kind of have to eyeball it. What I like to do is stand like in the middle of the block, so that you're not too close to the wall, and then just cursor around it. just like that. Kinda look far out to begin with, because it makes it a lot easier, but you just have to eyeball it really. Okay, so now we're going to do neo ups. Basically means it's a neo plus 1 block, which is basically the same as a 2-block neo setup. So what you do is you shift towards the front of the block, 3 shift taps back so that you're not too close to the wall, look like half a block out, and you're gonna do rotator timing. So you press W and then space 1 tick later. So let me just cut to when I do it, because it's inconsistent on mobile, because it's hard to shift tap. Never mind, there we go, just like that. Now 2 blocks, it's pretty much the same. I would say it's even easier than a neo up. Same thing, 3 shift taps back, look like half block out, space then W, there you go, you made it, just like that. Now 3 blocks, a 3-block neo, yeah, it's the same setup, right? You just press W and space at the same time, and you just have to hope that you like angled it right. I like to look at this corner over here, but you can look at the corner over here, either works, and you just press W, and you just have to like go around it. I'm not gonna do it because that just takes way too long. Now cross neo, for me this is like the hardest jump of them all, but what I like to do is shift towards the edge over here, look like a block, like in the next block that you're trying to land, a block out, just like that. What you can do is you can force momentum with the toggle sprint and then turn, but I feel like that's too hard on mobile, so just try to do what I did. Look at the edge, about 1 block out, just like that. And that's it for this tutorial. That's pretty much it. If you need any help with any jumps, just let me know in the comment section and I can try to help. This is pretty much it. Thank you for watching. Bye.